Hi there, I'm Dr. LaQuita J, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things in between being and becoming a pharmacist. How you doing? You alright? Doing session 4, goal setting 5 F's of life. I briefly touched on the concept of how important it is to know your why. And when it comes to your why, it's the goal setting. I said knowing your why when it comes to goal setting and resolutions. And setting your yearly goals. It's the thing of knowing your why. It's this ideal or the reason why you want to do something, why you want to accomplish that goal in the first place. It's the driving force that you get, and it's the driving force to pushing you to continue out that goal in the good and bad times, especially during a period where you don't feel like it, you don't want to do it. Life is definitely lifing. The going just gets tough, and you just don't want to. And your why is going to keep you motivated to do what you need to do. It's going to help you not give up. It's going to allow you to expand on what it really means to know your why and why you're doing what you're doing, the importance of what you're doing. Okay. Your why is something that is very personal to you. It's the it's the without a shadow of doubt reason of why this is important. And it's personal to you, I mean it could be as simple to why you want to do something. It's just meaning it's more to give you that push that you need. For instance, most people, one of the goals, like people said, is like to release pounds. And you're going to release pounds, but why you want to release them. It can be simple as to better my health. It can be as far fetched as I want to look good naked. Like, I remember this guy. I think he's on here. I don't know if he's still. If he's still, I think his name was Agent Brian. He was like his whole weight loss tagline was "Make you look good naked" or something. It was the funniest thing ever. But hey, it really worked. I mean, I did a couple of his workouts. I digress though. But it's one of those things that what is that? What's that? Why? Like, why do you want to do it? Um, and it's that driving force. It's the constantly reminding yourself of and making sure that it's forefront to making sure why you want to do something to get ahead. I remember being in pharmacy school and some study sessions I just wasn't feeling it. And I remember vividly writing, and I was in a group, and people were like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I wrote the board. Number one, retire my mom to create generational wealth." And it was like, what you writing that? That was my why. So when I'm studying, I want to look at it every time. I want to write, "This is your why. Why do you want to do those things, LaQuita? Why?" And it's like when I don't feel like studying and don't want to look at it, I look up. I looked on that whiteboard and say, "We got to retire our mama. Let's go. Let's get it." It was one of those things I just had to say. So that's the importance of finding your why. And let me say your why. This is specifically for a why of achieving a goal. Because the why of why you exist in life, that gift, that purpose, that's a whole other topic, okay? But for this video and this purpose, it's about why you want to achieve your goals. What's your goal and why do you want to achieve it? Okay. Now, if you do have the Soar workbook, you don't have to create this, but if you don't, that's totally fine. Just simply take out a sheet of paper and we're going to do a little activity of finding your why. Okay. So, first things first is you want to write your goal down. Just start with one of the biggest goals you have. And if you haven't figure out your goals, go back to session 4 when we talked about goal setting. And let's just pick one for the purpose of this video. But in your Soar workbook, I actually tell you pick your top 3. So just pick one for the purpose of this video. Write it down. What's your number 1 goal for this year? For this current time? For this point in your life? What is that? What's the number 1 goal? Write it down. And again, make sure it's smart. Make sure, it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and it has a time on it. You gotta have an end point. Now, write to 10. After you go, write to 10, 1 through 10, write it down. And time yourself for 1 minute or 2. Write down 10 reasons of why accomplishing this goal is important to you. Write down 10. 10 reasons of why this goal is important to you. Feel free to pause. Now, once you're done looking at this, I want you to look at the list and truly ask yourself, which one of these truly resonate with me? Which one resonates with me? And you simply take a highlighter and you highlight the top 3. The top 3 reasons of why you need to accomplish your goal and why it's important for you. Just highlight the top 3. Highlight them. And when you go to study, if your goal is to pass the Naplex this year, if your goal is to release weight, whatever that goal is, take that why before you read that why before you do the activity. Read it. When those moments when you don't feel like working out, you don't feel like studying, it's been a day, read that why and get to it. And literally say sometimes, what's the thing? It's the thing too. What's the bare minimum thing I can do to move me forward? It doesn't require a lot of time, a lot of mind, but I can say I did something for today and it was an accomplishment. Do that thing. But take that list with you and look at it. Because that's one of the things I did a lot of times. When I was studying, even when, I'll just say now, it was a thing, it was a habit I developed. It was a habit I developed. When that trigger of doubt comes and woe is me and I don't know what I'm doing, feelings come, I go to my vision board, my prayer board, my goals, what's my why, my own little motivational part, and I read it and I say, okay. And I keep reading until I feel better. And I get back to it. So that's what you do. That's exactly what you do. It helps you. It's going to help you more. Because you and I both know that when you're on this journey to accomplishing a new thing, a great thing, it can be important. The importance of it can really slip our mind. But having your why in the forefront constantly reminds you that this is why I'm doing this. It's the catalyst to really truly achieve. It's really to achieve. And create all types of visual reminders. Take a picture of it. Put it in your phone so when you don't have a note, you got it in your phone. Hey, I can read it. Put it in your email. Put it wherever. Anywhere you think you're going to be and you need it. Just put it where so you can see it. Because it will make all the difference in the world. When you know your why, when you know the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing, it makes it easier for you to do it. Okay? Know your why. Until next time, as always, mm, until next time, as always, remember that pharmacy is on limit if you are. Now I want you to go be great. And I want you to be great in creating your why. You were designed, you were purposed for such a time as this. Okay?